Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful Sunrise Pilates workout. We're going to incorporate some yoga stretches in this as well. We have now formed our habit of getting up every morning and doing our workouts. So now we're going to start focusing on specific areas of the body. And this week we are focusing on our hip flexors. So we've done a couple of those workouts and we will continue today. We're going to strengthen and stretch those hip flexors. So let's get started. Let's lay down on your mat. We need to still work all the areas of the body. So we are still going to warm up our shoulders, fire up our core muscles, focus on our breathing, roll those shoulders away from your ears. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Breath work is so important. So inhale into your rib cage, expand those lungs. Exhale, engage those pelvic floor muscles, squeeze your core muscles, push all of the air out of your lungs. Get those arms moving, nice big circles, warm up those shoulders. Connect your breathing to your motion. The pattern of your breath doesn't change, just the speed of the movement. Switch directions. Hope the clouds are as beautiful in your area as they are in mine this morning. And let those arms rest back down by your side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring those knees up to a tabletop position. Roll those shoulders off the mat. You're going to do 5 pumps of your arms on an inhale, 5 pumps of your arms on an exhale. If you can, stretch those legs out. Just make sure there's no pressure in your lower back. Draw that navel to your spine. Inhale for 5 pumps of your arms. Exhale for 5 pumps of your arms. Focus on that breathing into that rib cage, into your lungs. Expand. Exhale. Squeeze that core contraction even more to push the air out of your lungs. Nice deep breaths. And relax. Roll back down to the mat. We're going to start our hip flexor work. So you're going to bring one knee up, pull for a little bit of a stretch. Pull that knee into your chest. Single leg stretch, little variation. So you're stretching that hip flexor a little bit as you pull that knee into your chest. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Eight. Here's 9 and 10. Stretch those hamstrings. Single straight leg stretch. Pull that leg in towards your body, in towards your nose. Shouldn't be painful, just a nice hamstring stretch, nice glute stretch. Getting those hip flexors warmed up. Let's do 3 more. Last one. And relax that head and shoulders back down to the mat. And we're going to go in for our leg circles. So you can start here with your knee bent. Keep that pelvis nice and straight. Nice, slow, controlled movement. If there's no popping in your hip and your hamstrings aren't too tight, you can stretch that leg up to the sky. And nice hip circle. Focusing on that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Use those hands for support. Let's do 2 more in this direction. And switch directions. Make the circles as big as you can. Like I said, no popping or pressure in your hips, just working those muscles. And 2 more. And relax. Other side, same thing. Knee can be bent here. My left hip sometimes gives me fits. That's part of the reason why I chose to work on hip flexors this week and start there with our more specific exercise sets. So I'm going to keep my knee bent on this one. Draw that navel to your spine. In one direction, it may not pop, the other it might. Let's do a couple more in that direction. Try and get that navel to your spine. Try and keep the opposite hip nice and stable. So glue those sit bones to the mat. Use those arms for balance. And other direction, this direction, my hip doesn't pop, so I extend my leg. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax those legs back down to the mat. And let's roll over onto our side for the oyster. Shoulder right over your elbow, heels in line with your sit bones. Pull those obliques up, lift those heels off the mat. Lift that top bent knee. 3, 4, navel to spine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stretch those legs out. Come down on to your arm, onto your side. Pull those obliques out, up, off the mat. Hand in front for balance if you need to. And let's do side leg passe. So you're going to slide that leg up, stretch it up to the sky, flex that foot nice and slow all the way back down. Up to your knee. Pull those obliques off the mat. Engage those core muscles. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. That bottom leg is also engaged. It's off the mat, working that inner thigh. Let's do a couple more. Last one. And pull that knee over the top of the other leg. We'll work that inner thigh a little bit today too. Point that foot. 10 little leg lifts with that lower leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex that foot. 10 more. 10, 9, 8. Obliques off the mat. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Let's come over on to our stomachs. Stretch those quads out a little bit. They've been doing a little bit of work this morning as well. So shoulders over your elbows, navel to spine, single leg kick. Pull one leg up to your sit bones. Double little kick with a flexed foot. One more on each side. And relax. Let's come over onto the other side. Get set up for the oyster. Get your shoulder over your elbow. Pull those obliques up. Lift those heels off the mat. Lift that top knee. navel to spine. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stretch those legs out. Pull those obliques off the mat. Side leg passe. Slide that toe up to your knee, up to the sky. Flex that foot all the way back down. Inhale on the way up. Flex that foot all the way back down. Pull those obliques off the mat. Your core is working on all of these exercises. Start really focusing on that core contraction with each movement. It'll start becoming a habit. So you'll be doing it in your day-to-day activities. Reduce back pain. A couple more. Last one. And pull that knee over, and 10 little leg lifts with a pointed toe, and flex that foot 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Come over onto your hands and knees. Now we're going to stretch those hip flexors out. Come up into a plank position. We're going to do a couple leg lifts here. 3, 4, get that navel to your spine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to bring that foot in between your hands. Now let's give those hip flexors a nice stretch after we worked them. Get your knee at a 90-degree angle, foot straight back. Come up here, push those hip bones, push that waist down into the mat. Balance here if you can. Arms up nice and tall. Couple deep breaths here. Last breath. Arms down. Walk that foot over to the edge of the mat. Drop that knee. You can sit up tall. You can lean forward wherever you are in your practice. You can come down here if you want. Whatever gives you the best stretch. A few nice breaths. And come up into your plank again. 10 leg lifts. 1, hip bones straight down towards the mat. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And slide that foot forward. Get that knee at a 90-degree angle over your ankle. Push those hip bones down into the mat. Lift those arms up nice and tall. Nice deep. You can put your hands down on the mat for balance if you need to. Just feel a nice stretch after working those hip flexors. Hands back down to the mat. Walk that foot over to the side and drop that knee down. Might have to move the foot back a little bit if you're not flexible in that area. Try and sit into the stretch, pushing those hip bones, sit bones down towards the mat. Nice deep breaths. One more breath. And come out. Let's finish up the workout with our push-ups. Have to work that upper body as well. This also works your core. Draw that navel to your spine. Get into whatever push-up position works best for you. And 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Widen those knees a little bit. Sit back into your shell pose. Take a couple breaths here. Sit up when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful sunrise. I hope your hips are starting to feel better. I know they will by the end of the week if you keep up this routine. Take a look in the description. Sign up for a free health consultation. Download the free nutrition book. I would love to work with you one-on-one. Leave comments, suggestions. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day, and we will see you again tomorrow morning.